I was just curious. Are you saying that you are against all animal cruelty as far as like how, chicken and beef is made?
Yeah, I'm against animal cruelty. So what justifies killing animals too?
Okay, so my question, I guess, would be a farmer that has tomatoes and onions and cucumbers and all these other so-called vegan type food. You know how many animals they kill? Rabbits, squirrels, rats to protect the plants you eat? What makes the
Not many.
farmer
Not
different?
many. About only 2 animals per 5 acres actually die in these crop fields. So that's
Oh,
actually
I
what you're saying.
guarantee you it's more than that,
This
and
is
I'll
the
get you a
no, no, no,
source.
no, no. Stop, stop. This is incorrect. Most people always come up and say you're killing all these animals. That's ridiculous. Studies
Well,
show that only
neither
about
am
two
I.
animals. Stop, stop. Studies show that only about 2 animals per 5 acres die. But more importantly, these are not intentional deaths. We're not intending to kill those animals in crop fields because farmers have to protect their crops. So it's justified for them to kill those animals. But more importantly, vegans kill less crops. If everybody went vegan, we'd actually use less land. We'd use less crops. So you're using way more pesticides, you're killing way more crop animals, and you're killing way more animals in farms and factories. So you're killing way more. You're destroying way more land, you're destroying way more animals for no good reason. That's why I'm vegan, because we minimize cruelty. We minimize it. We're maximizing it. So, do you think that we should minimize or maximize animal cruelty?
Well, obviously, minimize. I don't
Great.
think
Then
anyone is
go
for
vegan. Then
maximizing
you should
that.
be vegan because
So,
vegans
so what if I,
minimize
so
cruelty.
what if I eat grass-fed like meat that a farmer did raise the cow and raised it right, slaughtered it, and gave it to its village? What is there
That's
anything wrong
that's
with that?
that's wrong because you're killing an animal for no good reason.
What if it was already on its way out? What if and it fed a
It doesn't
community?
matter. You're still killing it. You're cutting its life short. You're killing it for no good reason when you could have eaten
Even if
something
it's already
plant-based.
dying?
Yes, and by the way,
What
that's
if it
not
dies on its
sustainable.
own and
Sir,
the farmer
listen,
cut it
listen,
up?
listen, listen, listen.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, the reason why this is wrong is because what you're advocating for is not practical for 99% of the world, right? What you're advocating for, we're not going to sit there and wait for animals to die and then kill them. That's never going to happen. That's why we had to invent factory farming. And everybody misses this. But the point is that factory farming is the only way we can produce enough food to feed the entire population of people on the planet. We can't do what you're doing. What you're advocating for is not possible, especially grass fed, because there's not enough of that stuff to feed the animals in. There's not enough land to do that. We'd have to destroy more land. So the point is that being vegan is minimizing animal cruelty because it's also minimizing crop deaths. So why do you want to maximize animal cruelty?
Who says I do? Who says
Well,
any of us actually do?
you're killing animals and you're destroying land, which kills more animals too.
That makes no sense.
You're killing animals, so you're killing cows, and then you're destroying the land for them to graze on. Did you know that 90% of
I
the
think
Amazon is destroyed for animal ranching?
I think we're on two different points, man.
No, I think you're not actually engaging with the conversation here. Most meat eaters cause the most deforestation. Do you agree?
No.
Oh, okay. You want a source where you're wrong?
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Sure. Here's a study done by Oxford University called "Vegans, Vegetarians, Fish Eaters, and Meat Eaters in the UK Show Descriptive Environmental Impacts," and it demonstrates that vegans use 75% less land. We use about 75% less greenhouse gases, and we use about 54% less
Send that
water.
send that to my inbox so I can actually read all of it.
Sure. Send
That'd be
me a
great.
DM and I'll send you all the information. Is
That's
this
perfect, man. I appreciate it.
great?
I just don't see anything wrong with I don't see how you can compare farmers killing animals to protect the crops and a farmer who butchers their own cow to maybe feed his family on its way out.
Because you're intending the animal to die when you didn't have to die, right? You're intending that animal to be killed when you could have been vegan, you could have minimized it, and you could have, those deaths are not intentional, and they're less anyway. So we're minimizing all the animal deaths. We're minimizing it. You're maximizing it.
I don't think so, but all right. That's fine. Agree to disagree, man.
No, that's a cop out, sir. Can you refute that, or are you just going to run away?
No, I'm not running away. simply telling you that I don't think I'm maximizing when I say a farmer killed its own cow after it gave it a great life and it was on its way out.
You're killing animals that don't have to die.
But what if it did? What if it does?
It doesn't. Nobody has to die, sir. No cow has to die. That makes no sense.
I think you're minimizing the scenario, but it's fine.
What do you mean?
Stuff up.
You'll be very proud of yourself. Just get away.
All right. Have a good day. Hey, what do you got? Thank you for the gifts.
It's good.
But is abuse good? She ran away. I know you guys love your animal products, but the problem is you're killing and abusing animals with it. There's a victim behind the meat you're eating, right? Behind all the animal things you're eating, there's a victim. Animals are dying at your expense. Why? Why do you do this? Why do you harm them? Why do you kill them? Animals are amazing animals. They're amazing beings. They're sentient. They're conscious. They're aware. They're intelligent. They don't have to die. They shouldn't die. Especially not 80 billion in factories per year.
Yeah, what do you think about meat that's produced ethically?
There is no such thing as meat produced ethically. It's always unethical to eat an animal when you don't have
Why?
to. Because you're killing it. You're taking away its life, and life is precious to me.
What life is precious to you?
Sentient life.
What's that?
How old are you?
I'm 20.
And you don't know what sentience is? Okay.
No.
Sentience is the ability to feel, right? Emote, right? Feel emotions. That's sentience.
Okay, so why should we care about the emotions of animals?
Because they don't want to feel pain. They can feel pain just as we do. The same reason why I care about the animals is the same reason I care about humans.
No, that's not enough. I said why? Just because they feel pain, that's not enough to not kill them.
So you think causing pain to somebody is okay?
Not somebody. Animals, yes.
An animal is someone, right? They have personality traits. They have thoughts and feelings and dreams. So
Right,
what
but
justifies causing the animals pain for when they don't have to?
animals don't have they don't have rights. So we can kill them and we can eat them, and I don't see anything
Okay.
morally wrong with that.
Okay. What if I took a dog and I sliced its neck open? Would that be okay to you?
There are laws against that.
We're not talking about legality. We're talking about morality, right? Ethics. Would
Morality,
it be ethically okay to slice a dog's neck open?
it'd be sick, but ethically it would follow. It would be okay. Unfortunately.
So you think it's okay ethically for me to go around and just kick dogs, abuse dogs, slit their necks open? That's all perfectly okay.
It would not make sense for me to say it's okay for you to kill a cow and then to say it's not okay for you to kill a dog. So unfortunately,
Can you
it
answer the
is
question?
sick, but it is
Ma'am.
okay. Yes, I said yes. Yes. Do you need me
So
to
you
say
think animal abuse is perfectly okay?
I did not. It's okay. Sure, it's okay. It legally follows, but it is illegal. So no, you can't do it.
I'm talking about ethics. Is it ethically okay to abuse an animal?
Yeah, it follows
Okay.
ethically.
Is it ethically okay to abuse a person?
No, because we have rights as humans,
Okay.
and also
Okay. So what is a trait that justifies killing the animal but not the person? What name the trait?
probably the fact that humans can defend themselves and animals can't.
Yes, they can. Wait, hold on. A baby can't defend themselves, does that give us the right to murder babies?
Babies have the ability to defend themselves when they grow up, but animals, and you're saying animals can defend themselves, but if animals could defend themselves, then we wouldn't kill them.
Animals
Killed.
can defend themselves. That's why they run
Babies
from predators. That's why
eventually,
they kick predators.
but they don't run fast enough from
It
humans.
doesn't
I'm
matter
saying they
eventually,
can't
man.
defend
I'm
themselves
talking
from
about,
humans.
it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, you said we get to kill them and abuse them because they can't defend themselves, which is sickening. What justifies killing a person or a baby? Why
Babies
can't
eventually,
they kill a baby if they can't defend themselves?
because babies will eventually get the opportunity to defend themselves. Animals
Okay.
never will get the ability to defend themselves.
What if the baby is terminally ill and they're going to die in a couple years? They'll never be able to defend themselves. Would that justify killing the baby?
Well, that would be an abortion. Yes, abortions happen when children,
No, it's a
um,
baby. It's outside the
it's
womb.
already a baby.
Yeah.
Morally, no, I would say it's wrong because if the baby didn't have that disease or didn't have that illness, or condition is the word, then it would have been able to get the ability to defend itself.
Okay, so if a baby has a mental, or let's say there's a mentally challenged person who will never be able to defend themselves, they're mentally challenged, they're disabled, would that
Right?
give us the right to kill mentally disabled people?
The right, or would
Yeah,
it be?
does that
Are you
justify,
asking would
does
it be
that
morally
ethically
right?
justify, does that morally justify killing mentally disabled people?
No, because if they didn't have that condition, then they would have the
Okay,
ability
great.
to
So
defend
then what
themselves.
you're saying is, then you should agree that animals shouldn't die because they can't, well, they'll never be able to defend themselves, just like the mentally handicapped person.
No, they'll never get people will eventually get the ability
That
to
person
defend
won't. The
themselves.
mentally handicapped
That
person won't.
animal will never will.
That mentally handicapped person won't.
I'm saying they would have
No,
if
they
they
would
didn't
not
have
have.
that.
They don't. They won't.
Sir, I'm saying they would have though.
It
An
doesn't
animal
matter if they
never would
would
have.
have. They would
An
not
animal
have.
never would have. Do you
Neither
know?
would. Neither the mentally disabled person. They're
Yes,
born
they
that
would
way.
have if they
They
did not
were.
have that
They were born that
disability.
way. They were born that way.
I understand that, but if they never got that disability in the womb, then they would have had the ability to defend themselves. And an animal would never get the ability to defend itself. So
Neither
therefore it
will that
gets killed
mentally.
by humans.
Neither would that person. If that cow would happen to be a person, well then yeah, it would have. So does that mean we can't kill cows?
No, because a cow can never be a person. But a
It
person
doesn't
could have
matter,
been
ma'am.
born without a disability.
A mentally challenged person will never have the ability to defend themselves. Does that give us the right to kill them?
No,
Okay, great.
because
So the same applies to animals who will never have the ability to defend themselves.
and also a lot of mentally challenged people can defend themselves. I do want to say that.
So can animals. I do want to say that. So can animals. It's disgusting. It's predatory. Oh, you can't defend you. Let me kill you. Hey, what do you got?
Hey, what's going on?
What's your argument?
One, I don't think there's anything wrong with choosing to be vegan, but I also don't think there's anything wrong with not being vegan.
Now, we're not doing this garbage. You're going to give me an argument against veganism, or you're going to go away.
Against veganism?
What justifies killing animals?
What justifies it? Survival.
Well, we can survive on plant-based food, sir, just fine. So what is
Not
your argument?
not everyone can. There's many different people across the
Okay,
world that
can
don't
you
have
be,
the ability.
can you be vegan?
Can I be vegan? Yes, I have the capability of being
Okay,
vegan.
great. So
But we're not talking about you and me.
what
We're not talking about
justifies
you and me.
you,
Are we
sir?
talking about just you and me? If that's the
Yes,
conversation we can have.
yes, we're debating. Yes, we're debating here.
Yeah, but
What
that
to
doesn't mean
you,
debate doesn't have to be personal.
sir? Listen, what to you justifies killing animals? To you,
Justifies it? It's part of nature.
so is rape and murder and cannibalism. Does that make it good?
No, all animals, at least predatory animals, kill in order to survive. It's part of life. It's part of nature, right? They're
Right.
designed that
But
way. They were
humans are,
designed. Those animals were designed to
sir,
kill other animals
sir,
in order for them to
sir.
survive.
Humans used to be cannibals. It's part of our nature to be cannibals. Does that make it good?
I didn't say that I'm not talking about what we used to do. I'm talking about how we were designed as in nature.
Yeah, naturally speaking, we have the ability to be cannibals.
No, it's
Does
not
that
about the
give us the right
ability.
to do
I'm not
so?
talking about the ability. I'm talking about our
Okay, great.
actual design.
We're not designed, but more importantly, what
Well,
does it
how do you think
matter?
we came about?
What does it matter? We don't have to follow nature.
We
We
don't.
have phones and TVs and cars. We don't have to follow nature.
Okay, yeah, we could just not eat anything
No, sir, we can eat plant-based foods and be perfectly happy without the slaughter and abuse. Do you agree?
without abuse.
Yes, you're abusing
Yeah,
animals.
yeah, we can. Yeah, we could do it without abuse, of course.
Great.
But
So
killing
then,
an animal is not
so,
abuse.
so then you should
That's
be
part of
vegan.
nature.
Then you should be vegan.
No, killing an animal is not abuse. It's
You're
not
taking
abuse.
you're
You should
taking
look up the definition of abuse.
you're taking well, you're still killing it, even if it's not
Yeah, that's
abuse.
not abuse. You have to use the words properly. It's not
Okay,
abuse.
well, listen, sir. The animals that you buy are put in factories where their lives are miserable. They're stuffed in cages.
I can't control that.
They're sitting here. Yes, you can control it by being vegan. Now listen up. These animals are stuffed in cages. They're sitting in their own feces and urine. They can't move. Their beaks are cut off. Their tails are
Yeah, I'm
cut
not
off.
doing
Their
that.
teeth are pulled out because they get anxious in these factories. They bite each other.
Right, but I'm not doing that.
That is absolutely abuse.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
Let alone the fact that you're killing these poor animals for
I'm
no
not killing
reason.
any animals. I'm not
Yes, you
killing
are.
any animals. No, we're not.
Yes, you
No, we're
are.
not. I haven't
You're
killed it.
paying
I have
for it.
never killed an animal as far as I know in my life.
Have you ever
Maybe
eaten?
I may have accidentally ran
have
over
you,
one when I was
have
driving
you,
or something.
sir, have you ever eaten meat?
Yes.
Then
Have you? You've never eaten meat?
Then you've paid for that animal to die.
You've never eaten meat?
I have. Now, can you answer the
Okay.
question?
So
Have you paid for an animal to die?
no, I have not.
Okay, so where do you think where do you think the store that you go to buy the meat gets their food? Where do you think it comes from?
What do I think it comes from?
Yeah.
Probably some agricultural process, right? Whether it's a farmer or some type of company or whatever.
Yeah, they had to what?
You know.
They had to kill the animal, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're abused.
Okay, great. And now where are they getting that money from?
You're assuming where I get my food
Sir,
from.
where are they getting that money from?
What money?
The money that you paid them to slaughter the animal. Where did they get the money from?
Well, they got it from the place in which I got it from, really. So if I'm getting it from the grocery store, likely they sourced it from somewhere else.
Sir, you're not tracking with the argument. Where
Okay.
did you pay somebody to kill that animal for you so that it could be on your plate?
No, I didn't.
Did you pay them?
No, I did not.
So then did you cause that animal to die when you paid for it? Yes or no?
No, it was already dead.
But it would not have died
I
if you
didn't cause
paid
it.
for it. Yes, it's called supply and demand. Every time you buy a food product, you're demanding that product to be replaced in the store. Do you know
No,
that?
because if I stop being vegan, that food is still going to be there. If I start
there-
being vegan today and
Oh
choose to
my
never
God,
use an animal
sir,
product or not,
Sir, please listen. It's called supply and demand. If there was a store that supplied one piece of product of an animal product per day, and you went in and you didn't buy that product, right? The next day, the person would never supply that animal anymore. They would never kill another animal for you.
you
agree?
think that these systems are put in place
No, sir, listen.
that if
Listen,
one
sir,
person
listen,
decided to be vegan, they would account.
I can't believe I have to explain this to people. You are paying for somebody to slaughter an animal for you. It's called supply and demand.
Are you gonna let me talk? You're gonna cut me off every time.
You are paying somebody
Are you gonna
to
mute me every
buy.
time?
Stop talking.
But I'm
This is
asking you. I'm
ridiculous
asking
that
a
you
fair
don't
question.
understand this.
You said this
You
was a
are-
debate.
Stop.
You said this was a debate.
talking. You're not listening to me. You are paying for somebody to be slaughtered in a factory. Do you agree?
If you're not gonna let me talk, I'm not just gonna answer your questions.
Sir, can you just answer the question?
Are you gonna allow me to speak?
Do you agree that you're paying for somebody to kill an animal for
No,
you?
I don't agree. I do not
Why
agree. I've
not?
said that
So then
multiple
where's
times.
so then where's the animal coming from if you're not paying for it?
Are you going to allow me to speak?
I don't know. Are you going to give an argument?
You're not letting me. You're muting me
Yes,
every time
I
I
am.
speak
You
because I
have-
don't agree with you.
Sir, can you just answer the question?
Yes, if you allow me to speak.
Hurry up.
You said this was a debate, right? You said this was a debate.
Answer
If
the
you're
question.
familiar with debates, in debates you allow one person to speak.
Nope, you're done. You didn't answer the question. Bye-bye. You are paying for animals to be killed. That's a fact. Just because you don't understand capitalism doesn't mean that you're not paying for slaughter. Because if everybody stopped buying animal products, there wouldn't be any more animals being killed for you. That's called supply and demand. I can't believe I have to teach this to you people. Hey, what do you got?
All right, so we're talking about basically animals.
Yeah, what justifies killing animals?
So basically, when you kill animals, it is a wrong thing to do because that is a living thing. So we should eat things that are more natural, like,
Oh my gosh, ma'am, are you vegan?
yeah, I'm vegan.
Okay, have a good day. I can't believe people don't understand supply and demand. That you're demanding these animals to be killed. Every vegan reduces the demand on animals being killed. That's why we save hundreds of animals per year, because we're not paying for it in the stores.
So I think justifying eating animals, for one, they taste amazing, right?
Okay.
Especially-
So what if people tasted good? Would that justify killing people?
I mean, no, I don't want to eat a human.
Okay, great. So then name the
to a
trait.
lion-
So then name the trait that humans have that animals don't, that justifies killing the animals.
Well, I guess humans do taste good. I guess to a lion in the wild, they're going to eat us like it's nothing.
Sir, can you track with the argument? What is the trait that justifies killing the animal but not the person?
Because that's murder.
We're not talking about murder, sir. We're
It
talking
is,
about
if you're
what is the
eating human.
trait that justifies killing
We'll follow-
the animal but not the person.
Because what you are saying is exactly what I said, but you're trying to overlook that. That's wrong.
Sir, I know you think murder is wrong. I understand that. I'm asking you, why do you think killing animals is okay, but murder is wrong? What's the difference?
What are you not understanding? Because killing an animal is not
You're not-
murder.
Okay, I know it's murder, sir. Now, can you name the trait that justifies killing the animal but not murder?
Why not? What hunt? You obviously you don't hunt. I mean, I love hunting.
Sir, you're not answering the question.
I'm
Can
not-
you
okay.
please stay on track?
Go ahead.
What
Ask me
is
one more
the
time. I'm gonna
trait?
really try this time.
Name the trait that
Okay.
humans have that animals don't have that justifies killing the animal.
I don't really know how to answer that, bro. It's not a gotcha moment. I just don't know how to answer that. I don't
Exactly,
know what
because there is no
I don't
such
have
trait.
your answer. I don't have your answer that makes
It's
you happy.
not my answer, sir. There
Animals
is
are
no
good, bro.
answer to this.
You don't eat cows.
No, I don't harm innocent beings who don't have to
You
die.
don't. You don't harm them. You just go to the store, bro. You just go buy a piece of meat.
Yeah, you're paying for them to die.
I'm not paying. They're already dead.
Oh my God! Do I have to teach you again about supply and demand?
I just got in here.
Stop. Every time you buy an animal product in the store, you're causing more animals to be supplied for you to meet that demand. It's called supply and demand. You're killing more animals by paying for their deaths.
These animals are farmed for that specifically.
Yeah, because
What's
you're
wrong with that?
demanding them to be killed. But if
What's-
everybody went vegan tomorrow, there would never be any more slaughter.
But
Do you
isn't it
understand?
amazing though that we do that? That we farm animals, that we can get
It's
meat
not
anywhere?
amazing, sir. It's called abuse and
No,
torture. You're
if I
causing
can just speak,
torture.
I'm just trying to tell you. I'm trying to justify.
You're not. You don't know how to track with the argument or engage in conversation. You are killing animals for no good reason. If you're going to keep saying, I like the taste, I like the taste, that sounds cute, right? It sounds cool, but it's stupid because taste does not justify killing somebody. And there's no difference when it comes to morality between a person and an animal. There's no reason why we can kill a cow, but we can't kill the person. Yes, there is. Then name it. What's the moral difference? Go ahead. Let's hear the difference. Hey, what do you got? We need protein. Protein comes from all plants. All plants have protein. There's no need to eat animals for protein. Riley?
Hey,
Hey, what do you got?
hey. I don't want to debate you because, yeah, you're really compassionate and I've really
What about the animals that kill each other? Well, they have to out of necessity. They don't have stores like we do.
Hey, how are you, man?
Hey, what do you got?
Not much. So you were going over the topic of basically if killing animals is morally correct, right?
Right. What justifies killing animals?
Well, if you look at the human consumption of like basic necessities as in nutrients, I'm gonna go over how they're available in plants. So I'll go over that part.
No, no,
But if
no.
you look
No,
over,
you're not going to go over this stupid stuff. I can get all the nutrition I need as a vegan. There is no nutrition I'm missing. So
okay,
please, this is not
okay, yeah.
nutrition.
So
We're not talking about nutrition here. We're talking about ethics. What
okay, for sure.
ethically justifies killing animals?
Okay, for sure, for sure. If you want to, in order to grow for the plants that you need for the proteins, let's say tofu, for example, which has a high amount of protein, you have to kill every squirrel, every rabbit,
No, no, no.
everything that goes
No,
on
no,
the
no.
plants. Yeah, yeah, it's
That
true.
is nonsense. Stop.
It's
That is
not
absolute
nonsense.
nonsense. No.
No, no, because rabbits
That is
do eat these
no, that is
tofu.
incorrect. Stop. Most soybeans, 80% of soybeans in the world are grown for animal product, for animal feed. So you're
For animal
killing
feed.
way more crop animals. You're killing
Hmm?
way more crops. You're killing way more animals in
Okay,
farms that have to grow soybeans.
okay. So
Only
if you want to talk
no,
about,
no, no. Hold on. I'm not done yet. Only 9% of soybeans are actually grown for people consumption. Most all the rest of it goes to animals and energy needs. So stop pretending as if we are killing animals. We're not. And by the way, only about 2 animals per acre die in crop fields.
okay,
And
so
those deaths are not intentional. Whereas what you're doing is not only killing those crop animals, but you're intending to kill the cows and pigs and chickens that we breed into existence to eat.
okay, so if we're talking about like the amount of animals that die in crop field, it's actually 7.3 billion, which how many animals die annually for crop monocultures. So that fact that you said
Yeah.
was a bit
So
false.
so again,
So
so
if you were
even
to
if that's an incorrect number, but even if it was
it's
correct,
not.
hold on. There's no source for that nonsense. But more importantly, 80% of those deaths are from meat eaters. So vegans are minimizing cruelty. You're maximizing cruelty.
I'm not maximizing growth. I'm
Yes,
talking
you
about
are.
the crop that you build that you need for protein. I'm not saying
No,
like yeah, you
no,
have
no.
to kill animals for the crops to grow. I
I
understand.
already explained this to you, sir. 90% of soybeans are grown for animals, not for humans.
I'm not talking about just soybean. I'm talking about in general crops.
Yeah, in general, most crops, 70% of crops in
Okay.
the world are grown for animals. So the number you just presented is mostly animal deaths that you're causing, whereas
No, 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 no.
vegans are
No,
causing way less.
I'm talking about the crops that we consume, not the ones we feed to animals. That number was specifically for crops that we consume. I'm talking about why is it, if you're talking about justifiable killing an animal, Why is it justifiable for killing crops rather than killing an animal that we're going to eat
The,
anyways?
the crops that we eat, a lot of the animals eat as well. Did you know that? About 40%.
Yeah, I know these
Okay,
animals
great,
eat these
great. So,
crops.
the number you're presenting is not a good, is not a
What if,
appropriate number. I just explained this to you. Most crops in the world are grown for the animals that you're killing. Vegans require less crops. And here's a study called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts to Producers and Consumers. And it demonstrates that if everybody went vegan, we would actually save land, we'd actually save tons of crops, and we would actually be able to feed more people with more
okay,
crops, with all the food and protein we need. So
okay.
again, we
Can
don't
I,
need to we don't need to eat animal products, and more importantly, it's actually killing more animals.
okay, can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I, okay, so what your figure shows is the small population of vegans are on Earth. If everyone turned vegan, we would have to go maximize the amount of crops
Nope,
we
that's
grow. Yes,
incorrect.
we do.
No,
Yes, we
that's
have to.
incorrect.
Because
No,
the crops that we have right now wouldn't be suffice for everyone to
no,
meet the nutritional values.
that is incorrect. Again, the study I just showed you shows us that we can feed everybody. We can feed all people on the planet as a vegan with less crops than we do use right now. Because guess
Yeah.
what? The cows, pigs, and chickens that you eat 10 times more crops than we do. So again, we would actually save more land. We'd have more crop
Mm.
yields for humans and not for animals.
Okay.
You're called
What if we're
again, you're
talking about
causing way more destruction.
what if we're talking about the free range animals, the sustainable ones, not the ones you grow in factories? What about those?
You're still killing them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
But
wrong.
they're not eating as much crops, and you're still going to kill the animals that
They
are eating the
they're
crops.
still
I'm
eating
saying,
way
I'm saying,
more. They're
I'm
still
saying
eating way
protect the
more.
crops. I'm saying
Sir,
protect the crops. Let me
sir,
finish. Come on. I give you a chance to speak. It's only fair in this.
there is no such thing as free range. That's nonsense. But more importantly, you would still need to feed those animals with crops or grass, which have to be mostly imported and grown around the world, causing more deforestation. So no matter how you look at it, it is always the case that vegan foods, organic farming is way better than any animal product counterpart when it comes to the environment, especially, let alone cruelty. Because we know that cows, pigs, and chickens are being abused in factories, and you're causing that to happen. So again, please give an actual argument or go away.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm giving you an actual argument. You're saying specifically me talking about the factories. Me, I follow a religion where we don't eat these animals that go to these specific factories. They're lived a sustainable life. They don't go to these factories. They're killed in a humane way. Now, if we're
Okay. No,
talking,
hold on. Tell me the
you
humane
can't
way that.
you have to let me finish. You have to,
No. What
this
do
is
you
not an
mean? You
argument.
can't, sir. You can't.
Okay, so if
How
we're
do you
talking
call them
about the
humane?
cow or any animal, let's say the goat, for example. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so if we're talking about the goat, they have two jugular veins right here with a very sharp knife with their eyes blindfolded and everything. If you're able to get through the two veins right before, the animal cuts off all its nerves to its brain, dies instantly without feeling any pain whatsoever.
So
And this is
cutting
just
their
the truth. This
neck,
is
their
just the truth.
jugular veins, letting them bleed
Yes,
out is
yes.
humane? That's humane to
Yes,
you?
yes, and it hits the nerve so they don't feel any pain. Search it up.
So you think if I cut your neck in a certain way, you'd be perfectly fine? That's a perfectly humane way to kill you.
I'm not saying it's humane to kill humans. I'm saying it's humane to kill animals for purposes of
Sir, do you
for
know what
eating
humane
for
means? Sir, do you know what
yes, I
humane
do.
means? It means
Yes, I
being
do.
compassionate. Do you think it's compassionate to slit someone's neck open and let them bleed out?
Okay, so okay, let's say this scenario.
There is
If you were
pain.
just to grow
There is
crops, if
pain,
you
by the way. There is pain when you cut someone's neck open. That does feel pain.
when you
You
hit the
do feel pain.
nerve, it disconnects it from the brain, so you're not able to process the pain.
They
Now,
still feel their neck being killed, sir. They still feel it.
they don't feel they can't feel. Their brain's not connected. They can't feel.
Yes, they do feel pain. The halal way, which, by the way, your God doesn't exist. Islam is
Okay, so if
garbage.
you're gonna disrespect
But
me, You're gonna
Oh,
disrespect
oh,
me.
he's gonna get mad because I'm disrespecting
I'm
his,
not getting mad. I'm just saying,
his magic
don't.
flying donkey.
We're having a proper argument. If you're gonna disrespect
Okay,
me, I'm not gonna
I'm not
continue with this.
disrespecting you, sir. It's your stupid religion. That's
Okay.
disgusting.
You're continuing to mock.
I'm not
So
mocking, sir. You're just sad because I'm debunking your garbage religion, which
you're
is
not
not
debunking.
compassionate. Your religion is
You're
not
talking.
compassionate.
You're saying in a perfect world where no
Your
animals
religion allows you to
die.
harm animals for no good reason, and your religion is misogynistic and it's also against human rights, let alone animal rights. So that's
Okay.
why I'm having a
Okay.
hard time debating you because you don't know what humane means.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Let's just say everyone became vegan and we have to grow crops. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore what you said about my religion because I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be the bigger man. Okay. Or the only man in
Oh,
this
yeah, the
discussion.
bigger man, the one who thinks that we
No, no,
can
no,
eat
not the bigger
people
man. The
is the
only man
bigger
in this
man.
discussion. Okay.
The one who thinks that we can cut
Now, if
someone's
you're
neck open is calling them themselves the bigger man. That's
okay,
pathetic. That's pathetic,
if
sir.
everyone was if
You're
everyone
not
was
the
a
bigger
vegan,
man. No, no, you don't have a place in this debate. You don't get to sit here and cut and pretend that you can cut someone's neck open and then call yourself a bigger man. That's disgusting. There's no need to harm them. There's no need to kill these animals. They don't have to die. It is not humane to kill them. And yes, Islam is trash. Get over it.
Hello.
Hey, what do you got?
Good evening. Yeah, I do eat meat, but I always think about how when okay, I do eat meat because I grew up eating. Yeah.
Paula, give us your argument that justifies killing animals.
No, nothing justifies the killing
Okay, great.
any
Have a good day.
creature.
That's an easy W for me. It's an easy W. She's right. Nothing justifies harming animals.
Hey, I just want to say, notice how when people make a point, you kick them out.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? So give us your
Yeah.
best point.
Huh?
I'll not kick you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So explain to me how I could get protein an easy way without going and not eating meat.
This is the best argument you got? Okay.
No, this
Protein
is just a
found
quick
in-
argument.
Okay,
I just want to
no,
hear your
hold
point.
on. We can get protein from tofu, beans, grains,
Tofu.
roots, nuts, seeds, vegetables, greens, and fruits.
Okay. And see how much more harder it is to get it through that than to just eat a burger
It's not
or
hard
steak.
at all, sir. It is very easy to be vegan and get all the protein you need as a vegan. And there are vegan bodybuilders who are way bigger than you'll ever be in your life.
Okay, so see, when you bring up like personal things, that means you got hurt or I
No, it
hurt your
means
feelings.
it means you have no actual argument and you can't refute it.
No, I didn't say anything about you. You come in here and you was like,
so this was your big argument.
that's just an argument. That's just one of the
It
arguments I
wasn't an
can tell you.
argument. It was a shit argument. It didn't work.
You got me there, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, because protein
So,
is found in all plants.
all right. So you expect me to eat tofu. And what else did you say?
Well, what's more ethical, sir? Eating tofu or killing and abusing an animal?
So if the animal is one day going to die, right?
Mm.
Would you rather not eat it or would you just let it rot away in a field somewhere?
One day you're gonna die. Does that
Okay.
justify me taking you out right now and eating you?
If you're that weird, sure.
So you think murder's okay?
No, I don't. But if you want to do that, if you're insane enough to kill a
sir.
person, because
Sir.
see, people
Sir.
and animals are like
Sir,
two different things, right?
Sir, do you think murder is okay because you're gonna die anyway?
For an animal, okay, it's very different. It's
What's the
very
difference?
different.
What's the difference?
Okay, so an animal was basically made to be eaten, right?
Why? How do you know that?
It's been like that forever.
No, I asked you, how do you know that animals are here for us to eat when they're made of the same stuff we're made of? They're made of the same meat we're made of.
We're made out of the same stuff. Like you could like make me into a chicken wing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's possible to be a cannibal.
Yeah, anyone can be a cannibal, but here's the thing. That's like I don't see
You
I
don't.
don't
No,
see
no, no. Let's
chickens,
get back to the argument,
building
sir. Let's get
skyscrapers,
back to the
right?
argument. Let's get back to the argument, sir. I'm
But
asking
no, no,
you.
but see, like I'm making a point now, saying that, um, how do cows, chickens, let's see, what's another animal I'll eat? I can't think of another one, but let's just say, how do cows and chickens, take us farther in society, right? How do they help us?
How do babies take us further in society? They're just babies.
Okay, a baby will grow up into a person. A cow will be a cow,
No.
right?
How about a
Right?
baby? How about a baby who has a terminal illness and they're going to die in 2 years? They're not going to do anything. They're going to sit in a little thing forever until they die in 2 years. What are they going to accomplish?
Okay, so that's a baby, right?
Great. So that's the same. That's completely analogous to an animal.
Not really. Yeah, a
What's the
baby will
difference? What's the difference?
a baby will develop and still go a lot farther than a cow will
In what
its
way?
entire
In
life,
what way?
right?
In what way? In what way?
If you cut a baby's head off and you cut a chicken's head off, what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen? No, tell me.
Sir,
A
can you answer
chicken,
the
a
question? Can you
chicken will
stay on
still
track?
move.
Can you stay on track, sir?
No,
What
no,
is
a chicken will still move.
sir,
Like,
sir, what is the moral difference between a baby and a person, and a animal, like a cow or chicken or pig? What is the moral difference between those two? Either give me a piece of evidence or go away. Thank you for the galaxy, Ruffin.
what's the difference between a baby and a pig? Is that what you're asking? Okay.
What's the moral difference?
Could you explain your definition of moral, right?
You don't know what morality means?
I'm asking for your definition.
It means treating others with compassion and understanding the consequences to our actions.
Okay, so if that's how you see it, right? So you're saying you would treat a pig and a baby the exact same?
They're both sentient. I would treat them with compassion and morally the same. Yes, I wouldn't kill a baby just like I wouldn't kill a pig.
Okay, but I see it very much differently for you to compare a pig to a
No,
child. That's
we're not.
kind of
We're not talking about like rights and all these things. We're talking about morality. There's no moral difference, right? Ethically speaking,
Of
a
course
baby
it's
and a
wrong to
pig are
kill
the
a
same to
baby.
me because they're both
And I'm
sentient
not
and
saying
they're
to
both
kill a
conscious.
pig when it's like a day
Sir,
old.
listen. They're both sentient. They're both conscious, and they're both aware. In fact, pigs are smarter than babies.
Oh,
So
okay.
again, what justifies killing animals?
The right to human survival. I'll say that. I mean, it's a
But we
lot
don't.
easier to live off of meats
But we don't
than
have to survive on meat. I can eat plant-based foods and survive.
yeah, but if you compare someone that eats meats and both plants, right, they're going to be a lot stronger than a person that only eats plants, right?
That's nonsense. There are vegan bodybuilders who are big and strong. In fact,
Okay,
Patrick
you
Bowman,
can bring
he
up
broke
a
world
couple
records.
bodybuilders, but let's be realistic here, right? Um, a person that eats high proteins and meats and still eats veggies is realistically going to be a lot stronger.
Where's your evidence for that? That's nonsense. There's no evidence of that.
Dude, it's logical. It's common sense.
Where? No, it's
You
not.
don't
Common
have to
sense,
go to
sir.
college. You don't
Sir,
have to
it was
do
common
anything to know
sense that
that.
the earth was flat. I'm asking you for evidence that what you're saying is correct, and it's not correct because there are vegan bodybuilders who
So
can
what has
outlift
more
you any
protein?
day of
A
the week.
full steak or some green beans?
Sir, you can. There are many different ways to get vegan proteins. There are literally milks that you can get. There are vegan protein shakes that you can get. You can get plenty of fucking protein as a vegan.
No,
This is
but you
stupid.
didn't answer my question. See, so if I were to just, what's easier, right? If I were to just go eat some green beans or a steak, right? Or tofu, right?
They're the same. They're not one is
So,
easier.
so
If any,
steak
actually, maybe
has
the
the
meat,
same amount of proteins than green beans?
chickpeas, kidney beans all have similar amounts of protein per calorie as meat.
So, once again, I don't really believe you're saying this. So like a 16-ounce steak is going to have the same amount as like a couple green beans?
Why are you comparing green beans? That's not what vegan bodybuilders eat. We're talking about actually high
No,
intense
because when I
protein
asked
food.
you and I'm like,
And
okay, how are
that's
we?
tofu, that's soy, that's things like milks, that is things like protein shakes, that is things like kidney beans and chickpeas, all have lots of protein. Why are you making it Why are you making it disanalogous by saying green bean?
Okay, and like tofu has no taste, right? You
Yes,
can,
it does. It has lots of taste. I love it.
yeah, you could probably add stuff to it to make it taste better,
Yeah,
right?
yes. So what is your
But
point?
plainly,
What justifies killing animals?
dude, as I said, right? Survival. It's way easier to survive
I can
off of
survive. I
meats.
can survive easily as a vegan.
Yeah, but you're living your life a lot harder. You know that, right?
No, no, it's not. My life is easier than it's ever been as a vegan. Are you fucking serious?
Yes, I am.
Then you have no argument. Your argument collapses on itself because I am perfectly
Because
happy and
you
fine
think
as a
it's
vegan.
easier. I'm telling you right now, I could not do that. I could not eat tofu and green and a lot of
Oh,
not just me.
you can't do it. Why? Because it's too hard for you to go to the store and buy tofu? Come on,
Or
sir.
can
This
you
is
just not
petty.
chew meat?
This is
Is
pathetic,
that your
sir.
issue?
This is pathetic. So you're telling me that you're going to kill billions of animals in cages every year because
I
you're
don't
too
think I'm
lazy
killing
to go to
billions of
the
animals.
store and
I'm
buy
just going to
tofu.
Walmart, you know,
I can't go to Walmart. It's too hard. Let me slaughter this animal. That's fucking ridiculous. That's stupid. There is no justification for killing these poor animals that are sitting in their own feces. They can barely move. They develop depression and anxiety. There's no justification for that. I'm sorry. Especially not because you don't want to eat tofu. Which, by the way, I don't even eat tofu that much. Hey, what do you got? How old are you?
I didn't really mean to get on here.
Aw. All right. A couple more guests because it's getting late. All right, we have a lot of people here. Wow. Who do I pick? Thank you all for being here, by the way. I appreciate all you guys, even the haters. You're a beta? I'm a beta. What do you mean, beta? Hey, what do you got? Hello? I like to see your vegan recipes. Your mom. Eat it every night. Your mama. Let's see.
Hey, so quick question. Can you hear me?
Unfortunately.
Is your opposition to eating animals solely based on the shitstorm of animal farming that we have today, or do you think it was
Yeah.
still immoral?
Yeah, it's immoral to kill or abuse any animal if you don't have to do it.
Oh, okay. I actually don't disagree with you. Okay.
All right, one more good debate.
Yo.
Hey, what do you got?
All right. I don't have any problem with vegans. I can definitely see both sides to it.
No, I hate when people say that
What?
because you have no actual argument here. You're just trying to make friends. I'm not trying to be your friend here. I'm
No, I
trying to
do
get
have an
an
argument.
argument. What is
I
your
do have an
argument that
argument.
justifies killing animals?
I don't personally kill the animals. The animals die regardless, right?
No, they don't die
They,
regardless because we're not taking them from the wild. We are literally breeding them
who's
into
we though?
existence in
I'm not
factories.
personally doing it though.
You're
It's gonna
paying.
be done regardless.
You're paying for it.
Whether I choose to eat it or not is going. It's going to happen.
That's only because there's other people that are buying the meat. But the point is that when you go to the store, you're paying for these animals to be made. right? So you're increasing the demand. It's called supply and demand. Every time you go to the store and buy meat, you're causing more farmers to kill more animals. That's called supply and demand. Do you
Okay,
agree?
but I am one person. I agree. I know all about supply and
Yes.
demand.
And one person can save hundreds of animals per year by being vegan.
That isn't true, bro.
Yeah, it is absolutely true, sir. Vegans save about 200 animals per year, 200 cows and pigs,
Okay,
chickens.
so what about animals that kill other animals?
They're in the wild. They have no choice, but we have a choice. We have stores.
Um, okay, but my point is animals die, man. That's life. It's the life cycle. That's what
But they don't.
happens.
But they don't
It's
have
been
to
like
die.
this
But
since the
they don't
earth.
have to
It's been
die.
like
They
this
don't
since
have to
the
die.
earth has
They
been
don't
created.
have to die.
What are you saying? The animals have been dying since the earth was created. How do you
But
think the first humans ate?
listen. We are not. Most of these animals are being bred into existence. 99% of farmed animals are in factories where we breed them into existence and we make them die for us. It's a cycle of death, not the circle of life. This is a circle of death. It's a circle of torture. And we don't have to do it. We don't have to harm these animals. Every time you pay for it, you're causing more animals to die for no good reason, when you could have just eaten something plant-based. So what justifies killing animals?
I just told you. I literally just told you. Like, it's been like this since the earth was created. I mean,
Okay.
if you
So
think that it's
okay, well,
possible,
how
if
about
you
this?
think that it's possible for the entire world to go from not eating meat to eating plant-based
That's
things,
not
then you're
that's
just
not what
dumb.
that's not what
That's
I'm
not
saying.
ever going to happen.
Sir, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you can go vegan. And by the way, just because we did something in the past doesn't make it good today. We owned slaves in the past. It doesn't make it good anymore, does it?
It never was good. It never was.
Great. So you agree that just because we did
No,
something in the
because
past
before we had the
doesn't make it good.
technology to create plant-based protein, they had to eat meat to get protein.
But we don't have to eat meat anymore.
Okay, but it's already happened. So that's the cycle of life. That's
No,
how
no,
that's
it-
how
it-
the
it's-
that's how the world is.
No, I just explained this to you. We are intentionally breeding these animals into existence for us. We don't have to kill them. You are causing more of them to die. You are causing these animals to be bred into this torture place where they're shitting in their own shit and piss, and they
I don't
can't
think the way
move,
that
they can't
animals are
breathe.
treated in
And
the farms and stuff is
that's what you're paying for. You're paying for these animals to be abused and then tortured.
so
Why do
okay,
you
so
do
if the
it?
animals were kept in the best possible scenario that you could imagine in your brain, and then they killed them quickly and painless and stuff like that, would you eat meat then?
No, because you're still killing and
So
taking
then
away
why
the
do you
life
keep
of a
bringing
sentient
up the way
being.
that they so why do you keep bringing up the way that the way that they're treated when they're alive? If that has
Because
no
because
if that has
that's
no
because
impact
that's nine because that's 99.9% of all the animals that die. They go through this terrible process.
So okay, but you just said even if they didn't, you still wouldn't eat meat though. So why
Yeah,
do you keep
because
bringing that up?
taking away the life of an animal to me is wrong when you don't have to do it. What justifies killing animals?
I don't kill the animal, bro. So you're asking the wrong person. I would
Sir,
never
oh my
never
gosh,
personally butcher
I
an
can't believe I have to explain this to people again for the third time. There's something called supply and demand. Every time you demand products like animal food, you're demanding more than them to die for you. More supply has to be met to meet the demand. You're paying for these animals to die. You are causing them to die.
So you think if I was to choose to go vegan, that cow or that pig isn't going to die because I simply didn't choose
Yes,
to?
that's why
No,
vegans
that's
save
not
hundreds
true.
of animals per
That
year. Yes.
isn't true. That's not true because
Yes.
somebody else is going to buy that same piece of meat.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
And you don't understand economics?
I do.
This
I'm
is
actually an
pretty
economics
embarrassing.
major, so I definitely understand it.
You're an economics major?
And I'm one person. I
You
understand
don't
my
know
place
what.
on the earth.
Oh
I'm
my
one person.
gosh. You're an economics major and you don't know what supply and demand is? Okay. Yes, I know that there are other people that are buying animal products, but if everybody stopped eating animal products tomorrow, there wouldn't be any more supply of them. There wouldn't be killing any of them anymore. That's the point. Each person who goes vegan minimizes their death by hundreds of animals per year. That's a fact. Because you're not causing all these farmers to make more animals for us. We're decreasing the demand. Yes, on an individual level, but it still decreases it slowly. And yes, it is true. Yes, it is true. This is basic economics. And if you don't understand this, go back to school. Maybe you should take another course in economics because you failed your previous one. Vegans kill less animals. We are minimizing cruelty, and we are more ethical. I'm sorry, I muted. Go ahead.
Are humans animals, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, so why is it okay for other animals to kill other animals, but not humans?
Because they're in the wild, they have to out of necessity. We have
No, they
stores.
don't.
We have stores.
Because there's animals that survive off eating plants. Do they
Yeah,
not? Or they're not?
but an animal in the wild has to eat what they can to survive. We don't. We can go to the store and buy anything we want to.
But we had to. We started off that way, though, did we not?
Sure, but we're no longer in that situation. It has now changed
How do you think we got out of that situation?
by getting
By
stores.
what?
We can
By
get out of it
eating
by
animals.
Sir, listen, we can get out of the situation by
Like what?
buying plant-based options at the store.
Yeah, how do you think humans got to where we are today? By eating meat.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to do it anymore.
Okay, bro.
You're gonna give up? Oh, he gave up. Guys, this shouldn't be this hard to understand. And if you're an economics major, I feel very sorry for you that you don't even understand what I was just saying. Every vegan minimizes cruelty. Every vegan minimizes death. And the animals are in the wild. They have to survive. We don't. We have stores. We have choices. And with choices comes responsibility. We can be ethical in what we consume. We can, instead of killing animals, we can buy plant-based options. All right, one last guest.
Good evening, how are you?
Great, what do you got?
It's justified for eating animals because it's nutritionally dense and it's the most nutritionally dense thing that you can put into your body.
Yeah, that's
It's
nonsense. That's nonsense.
designed for human beings.
No, that's garbage.
We evolved doing it, and that's no, it's not. It's
absolute-
actual science,
No,
sir.
stop. That's absolute garbage. Let me respond to that. So meat is mostly fat and protein, which we don't need that much of. But more importantly, I can get all the nutrients I need on vegan foods, vegetables, fruits, grains, beans, very nutritionally dense foods. In fact, there's fibers, there's antioxidants, and vitamin C's that you can't get from meat. But more importantly, that doesn't justify killing animals just because it's nutritionally dense. So are humans. Does that justify killing humans because we're nutritionally dense? No. So, what is your actual argument? Because again, we can get all the nutrition we need as vegans.
Actually, you can't. Do you know the difference between protein, usable protein, and crude protein?
Yeah, so name the amino acids that we can't get as a vegan.
I can name leucine.
We get those from greens.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do. Kidney beans.
Which one are you
have,
talking about? Which green?
So
Kidney
kidney
bean?
beans have.
Kidney beans have phytates, and phytate is a protease inhibitor.
No, did you know that we can? Did you know that we can actually cook beans and destroy those phytates?
No, you cannot.
Oh, yes, you can. by cooking beans,
You can get some of it, but you won't get all of it. Any bit of it is still a protease inhibitor.
Hold on. More importantly, there's no research that beans are void of protein or don't give you the protein you need. You can get all the protein you need as a vegan.
There is scientific study that determines the difference between protein and crude protein.
It doesn't matter. You can still get all the protein you need as a vegan. Are you driving?
Do you know what crude protein is?
Yes. Are you driving?
No. Do you know what crude protein is?
It doesn't matter what fucking crude protein is. And yes, it doesn't mean that we can't be vegan. I can get all the protein I need as a vegan. That's a stupid argument. And by the way, seaweed has leucine, and kidney beans and soybeans and leafy greens like spinach have leucine. Nice try. Hey, oh. I'm so sick of the protein argument. It's so bad. There is no protein that I can't get as a vegan. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what do you got?
Okay, overpopulation of the animals.
Yeah, you're already causing overpopulation because you're breeding them into existence. Did you know that there's 80 billion animals every year that we breed into existence and slaughter? That's because you guys. You're causing overpopulation, not vegans.
But you understand what animals do, right? They fuck, they eat, and they populate. So
Yeah. See, what we're doing is expediting the
support
process
your
by,
local farmers.
ma'am, we are expediting the process by artificially inseminating these animals. In other words, we are fucking the animals and in terms of artificially inseminating them, making them repopulate at way higher rates than nature can. Okay?
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, let me put it this way. We are shoving semen down these animals and making them pregnant. We're doing this every single day by the billion, every single year by the billions. Do you understand that? Hello? Ma'am, can you please talk? Okay. Have a good day. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. Hey, what do you got?
Hi. Well, coming from a standpoint of morality, that we create our own morality. It's subjective, not objective. My morality tells me that it's okay. My morality is more nuanced, and it says that it's okay to eat animals, and it's not okay to eat people, and it's not okay to eat someone with green skin who is the same species.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So what is the difference? What is the moral difference between a person and an animal that justifies killing the animal?
Well, I don't need that justification. I can do what I feel instinctively from everything I've
Okay, great.
learned
So then you
in
don't
my
have
existence
ethics.
on this earth.
So then
I
your
do have
ethics
ethics.
allows you
They're
to
just
do whatever.
different than
So
yours.
then your ethics is not ethics, because what you're saying is I do whatever I want. That's what Hitler
No,
did.
that's not what I'm doing. I don't do whatever I want. I do
Okay, great. So
whatever
then
I
what
want
just then
within the
what's your
constraints,
justification? Then what is your justification?
of what I
Sir,
see as an
sir,
ethical person.
sir, what is your justification for killing animals? You have to have one to have ethics.
Because coming from a universe that is empty and meaningless, and coming from a series of ethics that you've just created in your own mind, those are rules you've created.
No,
My
sir.
rules
Listen,
aren't
sir.
consistent with
Listen,
yours.
sir. I'm a moral anti-realist. I don't think morality is even a real ontology.
So then
What
why
I'm
are
asking,
you having this
sir,
argument?
listen. I still have ethics, and what that means is I consider the actions that I do. I consider the consequences
So
to
do
my
I.
actions. So I can take a look at a person and recognize that they're sentient, they're conscious, and they're aware. The same
Right.
applies to the animals that we kill, right? Because
I
I don't kill. Hold
understand.
on. Let me explain. I don't kill the animals because just like humans, they are conscious, aware, and sentient. Those are some of the reasons why I don't eat animals. So when it comes to you, what justifies killing the animals versus a human? You say it's bad to murder. Why? Versus an animal. Why is it okay to kill an animal but not a person? Go ahead.
Or that's your opinion. That's your subjective opinion.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you now. What to you justifies killing the animal?
Nothing.
Then
There
you
is
don't
no
have that. Then you don't have ethics. Then
Yes, I
what
do.
you're
I
saying
don't
is
kill
I
other
get to do
people.
whatever I want. Then
I don't believe that people should be mistreated. I don't believe in.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Why don't I believe it? Because those are my ethics. Those are my personal ethics.
Why? I know
believe
they're your
to
ethics,
treat
but
others as the way I would like
sir,
others
can
to
you
treat
stop?
me.
Can you stop talking? Why do you think we shouldn't kill people? What trait about them means we shouldn't kill them?
It goes against my moral ethics. For example,
I know, but
my
why?
rule
What's
is
the
I wouldn't
what's the
want to
reason?
do. Okay, the reason is I wouldn't want to treat another human being, another Homo sapien, differently than I would like to be treated.
Okay, great.
I would like to give them the same respect.
Why? What's the basis of your foundation for morality? Well-being? What is it?
My basis, that's a very good question. What's your basis for morality?
Well-being.
Maybe I'll learn
sir,
something.
Well-being.
Because I don't
Now,
really have an answer.
Can you answer a question that I ask you, sir?
Yes.
Great. What is the basis
for
your
my
morality?
morality is everything I've learned and absorbed since I was a baby that has given me my personal sense of right and wrong, which is
Oh
nuanced.
my God. You're not understanding what I'm asking you, sir. Listen. Why is it wrong to kill a person? What traits does a person have?
There is no reason why it's wrong to kill a person. Everything is applied as things that we've learned.
No, listen, can you stop talking and listen, sir? Can you stop talking and listen to me? Can you listen to me? What trait do people have?
They're one of me.
No,
They're
hold
the
on. I
same.
didn't finish yet, sir. What trait do people have that justifies not killing them? Go.
They have similar traits to myself.
Like what? What are those traits?
Being able to speak, communicating by speaking in a very detailed, precise way.
Okay.
For example, whether it's by speaking some other form, like Helen Keller was able to communicate in a brilliant way without having the senses.
Okay, great.
So it
So
doesn't have to be
that's the only reason why you don't murder, because they can speak.
No, that's not the only reason.
Okay, what is the other reason?
The reasons are so varied and so subtle and so nuanced. I can't articulate them in a list.
Sir, just give the top 2 or 3.
Top 2 or 3 is that I feel human beings are valuable because of their level of intelligence and everything else about a human being.
Okay, great. Stop. Okay, great.
And the animals are not the same as humans. Animals are not the same.
Listen, sir. How about a human baby who is not intelligent,
Well, but they
does that
will
justify
be.
who
But
can't
they
speak?
will be.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. A baby can't speak. Do you agree?
No, but I
Okay,
know
great.
that in a
So
few
why
years
do
the
you not
baby
kill
will
babies?
speak
So why do you not kill babies?
because they're going to mature into an
Okay.
adult.
What if the baby's terminally ill and they don't have the ability to mature? Does that justify killing the baby?
No, it doesn't because
Okay, great.
there's certain rules of morality.
Great.
But not because of any
So
reason.
hold on. So you agree that an animal who doesn't have the ability, so that a human who doesn't have the ability to be smart should still be alive, and you doesn't justify killing them. Just like the animal. A cow has no ability to be as intelligent as me or you.
You are technically correct. You've been right from the beginning, but
Great.
you're
So
missing my
so then
point.
you have no, so then you just your argument collapses on itself. You have no justification for being not vegan.
But I do because there's no such thing as morality. It's subjective.
No, it
And
doesn't.
my morality is
No.
nuanced. I have my own rules.
No, sir. That's not how this works.
Why
You
not?
don't just get to say there's no such thing as morality, because if you think that it's wrong to kill a person, you have ethics. That's ethics, right? So we can compare this with an animal.
my ethics
And if you
have
and
stipulation.
If there's no symmetry breaker, you don't have a justification.
Why can't I have a stipulation that says it's not okay to kill people, but it's okay to kill animals? I'm just playing devil's advocate, but I
Because
also
you have no
believe
justification for that, and that's no longer ethics. You're now going crazy.
well, every a majority of the world are crazy then? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Because they
your
eat meat
example-
and they
your
don't
example-
want to
your
kill
example,
people?
what you're conceding to is that you have no ethics.
So what you're saying is that anyone who isn't a vegan has no ethics.
No, what I'm saying
That
is
is exactly what you're saying.
no, that's not what I'm saying, sir. What
Sure
I'm
it
saying is, if you think there's no justification, if you think there's no reason to just kill animals and you get to do it, you just do it because you want to. That means you have no ethics.
That's not true. You
So
are
then
just,
what? Just
you're,
so then
you've
what
decided,
justifies ethics? So
you've
then what?
decided
Then
that
what is
because
the?
I don't
Oh
follow
my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Then what is the ethical justification for harming animals? That's the question you have to answer. If you're going to say, "Well, I just want to do it," that is no longer ethics. You're now entering the realm of insanity. You have no ethics at that point. I'm asking you, what justifies killing animals? Please answer honestly.
Okay. What's the question? Because I've been thinking.
Okay.
To
Have
tell
a good day,
you,
sir. You obviously can't keep up with the argument, so I'm gonna skip to you to the next guy because you obviously don't have a place in this debate.
Hello.
Hey, what do you got?
You okay? Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Are you okay?
Yes, mother. What do you have?
Right. The debate's a vegan. You know, I mean, I just love meat. It's meat.
So your
There's no point in,
justification. So your justification for killing animals is you just wanna?
no, I don't want to. I mean, I personally could not do that, obviously. Like, there's just no way.
What justifies
But,
killing animals, man? What justifies killing animals?
I mean, beef is good. You know what I mean? No, I'm joking. But no, seriously, I just love meat. Like chicken meat, chicken, steak, beef,
Okay, ma'am.
pork.
Okay, ma'am. I'm asking. Let me do this again, since you're kind of like the last guest. What justifies killing animals? What justifies killing animals? Go ahead, Hannah.
I do get what you're saying, hon, but I do love beef, pork, sausage. You know what I mean? I am a meat eater, hon. I don't mean that.
You sound like Patrick Star. Beef, chicken, pizza. I'm not asking you what you had for breakfast. I'm asking you what justifies harming animals. If you can't debate, just tell me. Just tell me. And I'll just go by. You just go bye-bye, right? But don't waste my time.
Hello.
What do you got?
So this is my first time doing this. So I have no idea like what I'm actually doing. So isn't it just natural? Like, isn't the process of just animals can't kill animals, you know? Like, isn't it just, I don't know, natural thing? I'm not saying that we should eat a lot of meat.
when it comes to nature, we don't. First of all, the animals in the wild have to eat other animals because they don't have stores like we do, right? They have to eat what they can to survive. That's why they're justified. But when it comes to humans, we have stores, we have options, we have choices, and we have the ability to make better choices or ethical choices. That's why.
Okay. So you don't think that the human species needs meat at all?
Nope, we don't need it.
Even though we've always eaten meat, like since the beginning of
We don't
time
need it.
for
We don't need
humanity.
it. We don't need it anymore.
So you're saying that we can evolve into a species that doesn't eat meat at all,
We today,
and that would be natural? You think that that would be
humans
okay?
humans today don't have to eat animals at all. We don't have to.
Okay, so because we haven't, I mean, like, do you think that that's healthy? I'm just saying, okay, I'm not saying that it's unhealthy. I'm not saying that it's unhealthy. I'm just curious that if you have a person like you, right? And you, I don't know if you're married or not, but let's just say you are married and you go ahead and you start a family, and then those children don't eat meat, and then it goes on and on and on. Do you think, I mean, we don't have any proof that something like that would work, right?
No, we do. You can be vegan and be perfectly healthy. The position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is that people that are on a well-planned based vegan diet are perfectly suitable for all stages of life. You can be perfectly healthy as a vegan. There's no reason why you have to eat animal products whatsoever.
Okay, I guess. All right. I mean, I guess I'm just curious because I don't know if there's a lot of scientific proof behind that.
Oh,
So,
I just gave you this study. It's called the Position of the Academy of Dietetics and Nutrition. This
and
is a
how far does it go back?
this is a peer-reviewed Oxford study that demonstrates that all people, all stages of human life that have well-planned vegan diets can be perfectly healthy.
How far does that research go back?
What do you mean? What do you mean go back?
I mean, like
It's
how
studied
long
thousands.
can
It's a study of millions of
genetically,
people.
how long, how many years can we go, and how do we know that that doesn't have any effect on the human body?
Because you can be healthy as a vegan. There's no
What is your
health
definition of
consequence.
healthy?
Functioning properly.
Okay. I mean, I guess that there's a lot of variables that can go into that, but okay. No, I'm not like a big, like, everyone needs meat kind of person either. I'm open-minded. I'm just asking you because I'm curious, and
Yeah, but
I'm
this
just
is a
asking the
debate
questions that I
stage.
want to know.
Unfortunately, this is not Oprah, right? This is a debate stage. So, do you have an actual argument for us, or are you going to ask questions?
No, I don't think, I mean, I guess my argument is that scientifically, I mean, since the beginning of time, we've always had meat in our diet. So I don't know if long
We've
term,
also, since the beginning of time, we've also sniffed each other's asses. I mean, should I sniff your ass? Because we did it in the past?
I mean,
Like, that doesn't make any sense. Just because we did something in nature doesn't mean it's good today.
all right. Okay. But that's it. That's it. That's fine. I don't really have an argument. I mean, I'm not going to fight you. So
I mean, we can fight if you want.
no, it's okay.
All right.
Bye.
We did it in the past, like slavery. That means it's good.
Yeah, that's so full disclosure, I am not here to debate. I've been vegan for 12 years. Um, but I have a theory on why it's very difficult. Sorry, I'm watching your faces. why it's very difficult for some people.
It's not difficult. It's not difficult to be vegan. The idea that it's difficult is stupid. It's not a diet. Veganism is not a diet. It's an ethical stance against cruelty. Anybody can be vegan if they're keeping in mind the animals and how we treat them. Hello? Okay. It's getting very late here, guys. One more guest. I gotta go. I'm running low on protein.
Request to join.
What do you got? Hello? Bam?
Wait, am I joined in? Yes. I know, but like, am I the one speaking?
Yeah, you are. Welcome. Welcome in, girl. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. I don't have time to sit here and wait. Let's go, hurry up. Come on, Grandpa. All right, have a good day. Don't forget to take your pills. All right, one more guest. I know I say it every time, but it's fun. I love debating.
How you doing?
Great. What do you got?
So yeah, I've listened to a lot of the points, and where I could see how we've transitioned to a point where we do overeat meat. I think ethically, there's nothing wrong with if you decide to have that in your diet due to
Okay, great.
cultural,
So what justifies killing animals?
your preference to eat it, and your choices of where you get it from.
Okay. So you think that preference justifies killing somebody?
People and animals are different.
Okay, what's the moral difference between an animal, like a cow, and a person? What's the moral difference?
I mean, human beings versus an animal. What's the moral difference?
Yeah, what's the moral difference? Humans are animals, by the way. So what's like the moral difference between us?
Humans aren't food.
Why not?
Because most people wouldn't eat another human being.
Okay, great. So why do you eat an animal? What's the difference here? What's the difference?
Animals are put on this earth for them to feed humans.
How do you know that?
Food chain.
Yeah, so the reason why it's not the food chain, why this is a bad argument, is because we're not taking these animals from the wild, right? We're breeding them into existence in factories. We breed them into existence, right? We are causing these poor animals to die for no good reason, right? So it's not the food chain. And by the way, it's more like a cycle of death. It's a chain of torture. What we're doing to these animals, they're sitting in these cages. They can't move. They can't breathe. They can't be themselves. So to me, I think that's completely wrong.
That's where I agree with you. I think, we have bred them to the point where we overindulge and
Okay,
we're eating
great.
way
So
too
what,
much.
but obviously you're not vegan. So what justifies killing animals?
Like I had mentioned, culturally and traditionally, it's been done over decades and hundreds of years. And
But so has slavery. Slavery has been cultural for thousands of years. Does that make slavery okay?
But food and slavery are two different topics. We can't conjunct.
I know, but the point is that just because we did something in the past for a long time culturally doesn't make it good. Do you agree?
I agree with you in the slavery standpoint, yes.
Great. So you can't use the argument that we did it culturally, therefore it's good. I'm asking you what justifies killing animals today?
different options of food. Also too, there are benefits to eating meat, like eating vegetables as well and being vegan. There's benefits to both.
Sir, we're talking about ethics. What ethically justifies harming and abusing poor animals in cages around the world? What justifies that?
Uh, that's where I was standing my point, where I think if we are abusing them in that sense, that is wrong, and I don't condone that, but I do condone if you are keeping their wellness of how they live their life and they end up, being used as food. There's nothing morally wrong with that.
Okay, what justifies killing the animals, even if they have good lives, like you say? What justifies killing the animals, cutting their lives short? What justifies that?
The food chain. There's an abundance of animals out there.
I just explained this to you. We're not. We don't have to be part of the food chain. Number one. Number two, the animals that we eat are being bred into existence. They're not part of the food chain. We are bringing them into existence for us solely when we don't have to do it. It's not necessary for them to be part of the food chain. We can eat plant-based foods instead and skip all the suffering and death.
I think for some people, if they choose to go down that route, that's absolutely fine. But if some people prefer to eat
I don't
eat
care,
meat,
sir. I'm asking you, what to you justifies killing animals? Just answer that question.
they're food. It's as simple as that.
So are people. Like,
No,
you
they're
can eat a
not.
person.
A person is not food. Come on, Mike.
Why not? Why not? We're made of the same meat that the animals are.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. I mean, you're correlating a human being
What's
with
the
an animal.
difference? What's the moral difference?
The moral difference is that the intellectual difference.
Ah, okay. So intellect. So the animals are dumber than us. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, they have a different type of intellect. So
Right.
that's
But the
where
point is
some,
that we're more intelligent than the animals, right?
I mean, if we're speaking on that point, I mean, that's pretty evidential, yeah, that we
Okay.
are more intellectual.
So how about somebody who was mentally challenged and was not intelligent at all? Would that justify killing that person?
No, again, humans are not like animals.
Oh, so now you're saying that it's wrong to kill somebody who's mentally challenged who is not intelligent. So how can you use that argument for the animals?
So I mean, the argument I don't want to get into, because obviously I believe you're either agnostic or atheist, and I don't want to get into that conversation. But human beings and most people beliefs are divine beings.
If tomorrow we found out that we're not divine beings, would that justify murdering people?
No, I think morally people wouldn't do that, even though it does happen.
Great. So whether or not we're divine has no bearing on our morality. So let's ask you again. What justifies killing animals?
I mean, I think I've pretty much stated that food chain, different options of food, if done
The food,
sustainably.
what do you mean by the food chain, by the way? What do you mean by the food chain? They don't
I
have to be
mean,
part of the food chain.
we're carnivores. We process meat.
Well, we're not carnivores, but just because we can process meat,
Sorry, excuse me. We're omnivores. My
well,
apologies.
it doesn't matter what we are. The point is, we don't have to consume animal products. It's not required. So why do you do it when you know it causes excess suffering and harm to the animals?
I think to a majority, a lot of people do, especially in today's society. But there are a lot of people who get meat from sources that don't that keep that in mind, the well-being of the life of the
It
animal
doesn't matter.
beforehand.
You're still taking the life away from an animal who did not have to die. Why do you do this?
I think it's a choice.
I know it's a choice, sir, but is it the ethical choice?
In some situations, yes.
Which ones?
Like I had mentioned, if it's something as far as being an option and that's something that you prefer in your diet, and you're keeping and you have a balanced diet, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and it tastes good.
We can be perfectly healthy and balanced as vegans. So you can't keep appealing to the nutrition aspect when you can be perfectly healthy as a vegan. And we just established this before. Preference does not justify killing somebody. If I prefer to kill somebody, does that justify me doing that?
Again, you keep correlating human beings with animals. We are not the same.
What is the moral difference? Point out the moral difference between the two.
Intellectuality. We're different. We have different mindsets. We think differently.
Now we're going back in circles, sir, because I just explained this to you. A mentally handicapped person who has no intellect, you thought it's wrong to kill them. So
yeah, but
intellect has no bearing on killing, on morality.
Of course. I mean, look at the society we've built as human beings. I mean, animals can't do that.
Neither can a mentally handicapped person.
But maybe they did at one point in their life. Doesn't mean they lose value.
What if this person was always mentally challenged? Would that justify killing that person?
No, they were still born a human being.
Great. Okay. So how about an animal who was born like they are? And by the way, animals are not stupid. They're actually smarter than human babies. So if we agree that killing somebody just because they're not smart is wrong, then why do you kill animals when they're just as smart as people when it comes to mentally handicapped or even babies or toddlers?
Well, I mean, in that point, I would say that, life in actuality is not, is not always nice. Life is cruel, and, it is a survival standpoint. So I think
But we don't have to be cruel.
Correct. And that's why I was standing my point as far as, doing it sustainably. And
there is no sustainable way to kill an animal who doesn't have to die. There's no way you can call yourself ethical and kill an animal who doesn't have to die. Why, when you know you don't have to do it, why do you do it? What justifies doing it?
Choice. If you choose to eat the animal and you have a reasonable.
If I choose to eat you, is that wrong?
I mean, you could try, but you probably wouldn't succeed.
Is it wrong for me to choose to eat you?
I mean, you can't eat a human being. Most human beings would defend themselves.
Oh my gosh. Is it wrong to choose to eat people? Is that wrong? Is that a wrong choice?
Most people would not try to eat somebody unless I guess if you're in a dire situation.
Let me try to rephrase the question. If I chose or preferred to eat somebody for no reason except because they taste good, would that be a good reason to kill somebody?
No, humans are our species. Why would you eat your own species?
Okay, great. So you recognize that just because I choose to eat something doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it a good choice. So just because you choose to eat an animal, it doesn't make it a good choice. Do you agree?
Not in all cases. I think if you choose to eat an animal based off of certain benefits that you get from it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Why is it okay to kill an animal but not a person? What's the moral difference?
Mike, two different species. I just stated that. Now,
Okay, great. So now the only reason why the only justification you have for killing somebody is because they're a different species than you. Is that correct?
Correct. We are different in this world.
What if there was a species of humans who were a different species than us? They had green skin. Would it be okay to slaughter those people and eat them for food?
I mean, plants are a different species. We eat them too.
Sir, I asked you a question. Can you answer it? If there was a species of people who were a different species than us, they had green skin, would it be okay to kill those people with green skin and eat them?
Excuse me. Other species of humans that are green, I mean, that doesn't exist. But I mean, if they did, I mean, that's a crazy hypothetical. The only thing I could think of is plants, because most plants have green green
No, it's not
layers
a crazy, it's not a crazy hypothetical, sir. There were many different species of humans before us there were different species, but they were almost identical to us in every way. So what justifies killing other humans who are a different species?
But we're talking about actual existence here. Like that's kind of what we're debating and we're talking about.
Yeah, we're
You know,
talking about,
an hypothetical
yes.
of a person with a green skin is just
It's a
absolutely
very
it's insane.
plausible thing, sir. It's a very logical thing. So do you
But it
agree
doesn't
that
exist. It
if
doesn't exist.
it doesn't matter, it's a hypothetical and it's here to reveal the folly in your logic. Do you agree that killing somebody who has green skin, who is a different species, would that be wrong or good to you?
I mean, I'm trying to think if we were put in that scenario. If a human species that was green, that was just put on planet Earth, just appeared. If they were in our species and they had green skin, no. I mean, there's different humans with different skin tones
Great.
and
Great.
melanin, so we don't eat
So
them.
it's not. So it is wrong to kill those species.
If we see them at food and we figured out they're not human, no, it's not wrong.
It's not wrong to kill another person who is just like us. Like they said they had green skin. That's okay.
No, oh, that's absolutely wrong. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
of
not,
course.
okay, great. So now your argument collapses because species, as you've just conceded, does not justify killing another species. Just because they're a different species does not justify killing animals. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree because that species that
Then
you're
you
talking
just
about does
contradicted.
not exist.
It's a
You're
hypothetical, sir. It's a hypothetical, sir.
okay. I don't agree with your hypothetical because it's
It
unapplicable. It's not
It is
applicable.
applicable, sir, because it's a very plausible. What if we found out that black people had were a different species than us? Would it justify killing black people?
Absolutely not. Why would we kill
Okay,
other
great, great.
human
So
beings?
then your argument then your argument collapses. Just because there's a different species of people, it doesn't mean that we get to kill them. So
Okay,
just
so
because something is a different species, it doesn't mean that you get to kill them.
but you agree animals are a different species.
Of course they are. That's why I
So
don't. And
we eat them.
there's no justification for killing an animal.
Um, well, I think we can agree to disagree.
Why?
I think
No, you're running away, sir. You have
no,
no.
I'm not.
You have no justification for killing the animals. I trashed every single one of your justifications. Right?
No, I don't think
We
you
went
did.
over
I don't
every
think you
single
did.
one. Intelligence
In your
doesn't justify it, right?
in your
Species doesn't justify it, because you agree with me that just because something's a different species, it doesn't justify killing
Mike,
them.
Mike,
So
Mike, you're
what
telling
is your
me,
justification for killing animals?
Mike, you're telling me if there's a human species that had green skin, would we eat them if they existed? That makes absolutely no sense.
Why
I
not?
understand. I understand the point.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because they don't exist. They don't exist,
That
Mike.
doesn't mean that sir, listen. Do you know what hypotheticals are meant to show the folly in your logic? And I did that successfully because
Yeah, but
it's
you have to
logically,
use
sir,
you have to.
stop.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's logically possible that there is a species of humans. In fact, we have lived with several different species of humans in our past. It's very possible. Do you agree that Neanderthals are a different species than us?
Neanderthals? Yeah, but they're not in our current species, no.
Great. So do you agree that back then it would be wrong to kill them for food?
I mean, I don't know what they did back then, but if they did, that was maybe because that was their conscious way of thinking. But logically,
Sure.
if we're talking about society now, no.
If we, oh, no, okay. So you think it's wrong to kill a Neanderthal? Great. So just because something is a different species, it doesn't justify killing it. Do you agree?
Yeah, but those species that you're talking about don't
Okay,
exist right now.
Great. So there we go. You just conceded that just because something's a different species, it doesn't justify killing them. So what justifies killing animals?
No, again, you didn't. I did not justify that eating another species is wrong. I don't agree with you. If those species that you're using as far as a hypothetical existed, then maybe we could have that conversation. A lot of the times
Oh
when you
my
use a
God, it does no,
a lot
sir.
of the times, go ahead, go
Listen,
ahead.
listen, listen. This is basic logic, sir. If you can't do logic, you don't have a place in this debate because hypotheticals are useful. They have utility and they demonstrate follies in your logic, as I just did.
But if the hypothetical,
Just because you don't want to accept it doesn't mean that I'm wrong, sir.
no,
The
it's not about
hypothetical I
me wanting to
presented to
accept
you
it.
is a perfect example, perfectly analogous to what we're talking about. And you have conceded that it would be wrong to kill them because of their skin color, because of their species. So again, your argument collapses on itself. You have no justification for killing animals.
That's incorrect. I don't agree because most times when you use a hypothetical, it is a hypothetical that is applicable to real life,
It
to
is. It
actual,
is applicable. What is
something
it?
that exists.
Is it?
There are
Is
no
sir?
green
Listen,
human
listen, listen,
beings.
listen, sir. Is it logically discovered a different species of people who had green skin? Is that possible logically?
No, I don't think it's possible.
Species of human with green skin?
No, I don't think it's possible because it hasn't happened.
How is it? How is it not possible?
I mean, because we're pretty understanding of all the humans that exist in the world, and there's no human species that has
No,
green
no.
skin.
I'm talking about logic, sir. I'm talking about logic. Is it logically possible that we would discover this species?
No, I don't think species like the Hulk exist. No, sorry.
Okay, great. Then where's the logical contradiction in a species of different human than us? Let's hear it.
Like I just stated, I mean, if we're talking about animals particularly, them being a different species, and there is such thing
No,
as a
you're not,
food chain.
you don't have the intellectual capacity to be in this debate here. I'm trying to, please answer the question or you're going to go away, right? Where is the logical contradiction in a species of human that was different from our own? Where's the logical contradiction?
Their food.
All right, you don't have a place in this debate. All right, have a good day, sir. When somebody comes up and hypotheticals don't exist, if there's no logical inconsistency in what I presented, it's a perfectly valid argument. He could not present a logical inconsistency. His logic was contradictory, and I presented to it. He rejected. That's why he lost. Yeah, I know all of you guys are going to say, he cooked you, but you guys don't know what you're talking about. You just disagree with me because you're not vegan. Hey, what do you got?
Hey, so would you agree that we are an animal species?
Yeah.
You would? Awesome. So would you agree or disagree that other animal species eat other animals for meat?
Yeah, but did you know that other animals have to do that for necessity in the wild? And did you know that we're not wild animals?
No, we're not wild animals. Okay.
Great. So then we don't have to kill the other animals. We can go to the store and buy plant-based foods.
Okay. So then what about the tribes that still exist to this day that are cannibalists?
Are you part of that tribe?
Absolutely not. But
Okay, great. Then who cares about them? We're talking about you. In your logic,
yeah,
in your
right.
logic, do you think it's logically necessary to eat animals?
Do I think that it is absolutely necessary? Do I think that we can survive off?
Do you think we have to eat the animals? What justifies killing the animals?
We don't have to eat animals to
Great.
live.
So
Right. Right.
what justifies killing them?
They kill each other anyways, right?
No, they don't kill each other anyways. Did you know that we breed these animals into existence just to be killed for us in factories?
Okay,
They
no,
don't
no,
have to
no.
die.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like I can absolutely see your point of view, the vegan argument, like yes, like but if they come from, a well-grown facility, I don't believe in the ones that are abusing the animals.
Well,
But
it's
okay, go ahead.
but what justifies killing the animals when they don't have to die? When their lives are valuable. They're sentient, living, conscious beings. They don't have to die, so why do you cause them death? Why do you do that?
Because humans are naturally meat eaters from the
We're
beginning
also
of time.
we're also naturally ass sniffers, right? We're also naturally cannibals. It doesn't give us the right to be cannibals anymore.
It literally does. I mean, so going off that, like nobody has the right to really do anything wrong at all.
What? I'm asking you a simple question, City. What justifies killing animals when it's not required?
Because we are naturally born into being meat eaters.
But we don't have to eat meat anymore.
Okay, so then let's just say that nobody eats meat. Okay, let's just say that. Let's go ahead and go with your
Okay.
argument here. Nobody eats meat.
Okay.
What about the overpopulation of literally all animals?
Okay.
Come on.
90. Oh, don't worry, City. Don't worry. You'll get your kebab. Okay. 99% of animals in the world are not taken from the wild. They're artificially inseminated and impregnated by us artificially. We breed them into existence for our own benefit. That is why it's wrong, because it's not required. They would not have overpopulated if it wasn't for us. We are the ones causing them to be overpopulated. Hence, we shouldn't do it anymore. Vegans actually decrease the population of animals. So if you are against overpopulation, you should be vegan.
Absolutely. No, I'll give you that. So then how does that happen? How do you make a whole entire world of people that are, eating meat and plants? How do you make them all vegan? How do
We
you
talk,
how do
we,
you how do
we
you
talk
argue that?
about it. We educate ourselves and we have debates. Yay! Woohoo!
Again, I never said I was against your argument. I just wanted to hear what you had to say.
Okay, great. Have a good day, man.
You too.
Love you. All right. One last guest. An eternity
What's
later.
up?
What do you got?
Oh, if we stop eating deer, there's not going to be anything controlling their population at all.
Really? Okay. So you think that all the deer that we breed into existence and all the deer that we
We don't breed the
hunt,
deer,
that
dude.
stops overpopulation? You think all the deer that we hunt stops overpopulation?
Yeah. Otherwise, they
No.
starve.
Hunting does not stop overpopulation. It is a band-aid to the problem. The root of the problem needs to be solved. Hunting will never solve overpopulation. The best solutions to deer overpopulation is urban development changes. It is more fencing, all right? Things like this. Perhaps even, the point is that there are other practices that
What do
we
you
can
mean urban? I'm
solve.
talking about deer.
Yeah, when we develop like suburbs and urban developments in bad ways, it can
No,
feed
like
more
out in
deer.
the middle of nowhere. There's deer everywhere. They eat all the fucking
And
plants.
what happens is when we develop places like in suburbs, it attracts more deer, hence it fosters more population of deer. So that's the point. The point is
What?
If we want to stop the
That's
overpopulation of
that's
deer,
not the issue. There's no fucking wolves around
yes,
hunting off the deer.
you're not understanding, sir. Listen, when we develop suburbs and urban places, it attracts those deer from the wild to go near those places and then proliferate more, right? So again, this is what's
What?
causing all that overpopulation for the most part. We are the ones causing the
No, it's
overpopulation.
not.
Yes, it is. That is one of the reasons why they're overpopulated. Now, again, hunting
No, they're
will never
overpopulating
solve
because
the
like
issue.
we killed all their natural predators.
That's another reason why. Yes, there's many reasons why they're overpopulating, all of which are our fault. So to me, instead of hunting them and killing them like that, we should exhaust all other methods that are non-fatal before we start shooting them like mad people when it doesn't help, right? All I'm saying here is that
What
do
other
you agree?
methods?
Do you
What
agree?
are you talking about?
Fencing, urban development, and suburb development practices that are better and more efficient and less deer
What
attractive.
urban development has nothing to do with this. I'm talking about out in the middle of
Yes,
fucking
it
nowhere.
does, sir. You
All
don't
of the
understand
wolves
anything
are
I'm talking
dead.
about. You don't understand anything. Forget it. Forget all that, what I just said. Do you agree that killing animals that don't have to die is bad?
I mean, they're deer. They
Oh my
do.
gosh, sir,
Everything has to die
we're
eventually,
we're
man.
not talking about deer. Do you agree that eating animals that don't have to die is wrong?
I guess.
Great. Then you should be vegan. Because that's what vegans stand for. We don't want to harm innocent animals that don't have to die.
Okay, but the deer are eating all of the plants, dude.
No,
It's
they're
bad
not.
for the ecosystem.
Okay, great.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so then first of all,
They're eating all of the native plants.
listen, sir, do you agree that you should stop eating cows and pigs and chickens?
Sure, whatever.
Okay, great. So you agree that we should stop
What does
eating
that
animals.
have to
Okay,
do?
great.
I'm talking about deer.
Now, when it comes to deer, do you agree that hunting is not going to solve overpopulation? Do you agree?
It's also well enough.
Then why is the problem have been plaguing us for centuries? Why is the problem still here if hunting solves it?
Because we killed all of the wolves.
Yeah. So maybe we shouldn't kill those fucking wolves.
Well, we can't go back into the fucking past and resurrect the wolves. We can't unshoot the wolves.
That's why we should stop killing the wolves. That's why we have better things to. That's why there's other methods of helping deer population.
What other
go down
methods?
instead of killing them with a shotgun. That's my point.
What? I never said shotgun.
I never said shotgun.
Oh, I just want to debate somebody with an IQ of over 90. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay, guys, that's all I got for. I can't do anymore. This is mentally abusing. Mental abuse. Go vegan. There's no reason to kill animals. These poor animals are stuffed in cages all their lives. Let them be. Let them be free. You don't gotta kill them. Go vegan. Stop harming animals for no reason. Go learn about the animals, who they are. Thank you for all the gifts and the galaxies and the gifts. You lost, buddy. Let me hide behind the keyboard. You lost. But I don't have the balls to come debate you. But you lost. All right. Talk to me on Omegs. Take me on Omis. You're single? I'd rather be single than a non-vegan. I'd rather be single and vegan than an animal abuser. Pick me. Nope, you're done. Next time. Who learned something today? Who's like, hey, Mike has a point today. Who did that? Me? Everybody's saying me. Moi? You guys are funny. You guys are trying so hard to defend your animal cruelty. It won't work. It won't work. We can get all the protein we need as a vegan. We get all the nutrients we need as a vegans. We don't need to eat animal products whatsoever. The animals in factories are treated like garbage, especially chickens who are stunned. And many of the stunnings don't work. I am in Florida too. Great, Aaliyah. You can get my Instagram if you want. What about when you kill plants? Plants don't have to be. Plants are not sentient. They're not. You don't feel pain. Check my blood count. They're perfect. My blood is perfect. I have all the nutrients I need. My doctor was surprised at how amazing my blood work was. I have no need to eat animals at all. But thank you. Thanks for looking out for my health. How do I know? I got my blood work done like a few weeks ago, and it's literally perfect. It's the best blood work, okay? The best blood, okay? Better than any country. Better than any blood, okay? Tremendous blood. Bigly blood, okay? How do you know plants are not sentient? Because they don't have brains, nervous systems, or pain receptors. So, that's why. Debate me, scaredy cat. Can't see my forehead. Who cares if chickens die? The chickens do. Chickens are very smart animals. Chickens understand your face. They understand who you are. They understand people. They love to be petted. They're very social animals, like we are. They're cute. They're cuddly. They can be pets just like dogs can be. Chickens are very, very amazing animals. Very beautiful animals. But unfortunately, what we've done is we've artificially selected them to become bigger and fatter. And in the process, now they're becoming deficient. Their bones are breaking under their own weight. Their bones are breaking because they're becoming so deficient, because they've grown so fast, and we're stuffing them with so many hormones that many chickens sit in factory farm floors, not able to move. They can't breathe because it's so much dust and stuff in the factories. They get anxiety like we do. Chickens, they get anxious like we do. They get anxiety. They feel fear like we do. They don't want to die. They don't have to die. Pigs, same with them. They're super intelligent, smarter than dogs. Pigs are smarter than dogs. Cows, same with the cows. Very, very smart, beautiful animals. There's no need to harm them or kill them or eat them at all. We can do better. We have to do better. Even if you don't care about the animals, still better to go vegan for the environment, because vegans use less CO2, we use less trees, less land, way less deforestation. So thank you for the gifts, guys. Really appreciate that. Just learn, right? Just learn about the animals and who they are. Learn about where your food comes from. Learn about the agriculture system. Learn about vegan diets. Learn about where your food comes from. Educate yourself. The more you